Recording right about now.
That was a waste. That wasted blink. Dude, I'm throwing. Fuck.
Alright, just remember to use recall. Yep, besides that, that's pretty much it.
I haven't warmed up, man. I'm fucking rusty right now.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Alright, so that fight probably taking low ground's not the best idea because we want to contest that high ground because we don't want to give it to them for free. Second thing is try to focus on the easier targets to kill, right? So if Trace is being pocketed by a Mercy, go for the Mercy rather than the Tracer, right? It can be hard to go for those kills when you know, it's maybe not the most optimal target.
Bruh. Yeah. Mercy ulted, so I don't think I'm gonna go for it right now.
I was talking about last fight, yeah.
Yeah, you know, for sure, yeah. I just feel like I can, when she ults, I don't think I can ever kill her, honestly.
Yeah, no, you don't ever focus on when she ults.
Okay, gotcha.
Unless she's like 1 HP or like hovering really, really low to the ground.
Dude, I'm gonna get cracked by this fucking baby diva. Oh shit, dude, I don't know what to do. Nice. Nice, boys.
Okay, so in these fights, try to stick more towards the sides of them or the backs of the enemy team. A lot of times you're approaching from the very front, and that makes it very easy for them to mow you down, to know that you're coming, to know where you are.
Like this?
What do you say?
Like this? Like, I'm
Yeah,
trying to
take
go
on,
to the side
yep,
like this?
take on high grounds, right? You want to take different angles from your team. That way you can kind of be a distraction, and you can finish find the low HP people, the people on the sidelines. They're easy to get.
Oh no. I'm dying. I'm gonna throw. What is my team doing? Holy shit. Easy. They have a widow. Wanna go kill her? I'm gonna fucking one clipper. No. Oh fuck. That was a
Okay.
waste.
So, 3 times now we've died with recall available. Make sure we're looking to use recall more often, especially when we know we're about to die, because that can
Yeah.
definitely save us. Also, be very careful, as a lot of times we're burning through our blinks very, very fast. So, I think one of the bigger things that we're going to need to work on is our ability management, as we're essentially just running out like 2 seconds into the fight, right? So, when you see you're out of your abilities, try to make sure you're getting them back up before you're going back into the fight.
Not sure what to do here.
Yep, right now you just want to regroup with your team, right? Pay attention to, you know, who's alive, who's dead. Because if you only have 2 people in the fight, you don't want to be going back in.
I'm trying to help our road dog is the only thing, honestly. Might be a dead man.
Yep. If one person's being stupid, don't try to go save their lives because then that ends up happening and you end up killing yourself. What you can do is you can try to communicate with him and say, "Hey, Roadhog, back up! You're the only one in, right?" That you can kind of call him out, try to get him
He was
back up. But besides
for
that, you
sure.
can't go and save him.
Yeah. Sometimes I just think I'm Kabaji and I can just go in and kill people.
Mm.
That's all. And I killed the sand. Never mind. Fuck, man. I'm gonna kill his end.
Okay, make sure you're not getting too aggressive when you're out of abilities, right? You need to add some pauses in there to get them to come back. One big thing is I think we're using our blinks too fast.
For
We
sure.
end up like going left, right, with our blinks right as we get into the fight, and that's not really necessary a lot of the times. Try slowing it down a little
Dude.
bit with how often we're using our blinks,
Okay.
and then that way we can conserve them a little bit longer, and we'll be able to use them more often. But like you got to give yourself some time in between those blinks to shoot. So unless you think you're gonna die, right? Blinks are used to get out of death. Unless you think they're gonna be able to hit shots on you, don't blink, right? Blink to the side of them, and then just shoot at them.
That guy's throwing. Like, he was definitely throwing, right? Like, what is that? I wanna kill a Mercy. Fuck. I see you, boys. Bye-bye. Genji's popping off.
Make sure when you're low, you're requesting healing so you can get it faster. When you request healing, you let supports know what character you are, where on the map you are. It's the same way that when a Genji blades, Genji's blading and where he's at. So that giving them that in-game audio cue is all going to be really helpful for getting you back to full HP faster.
Mm. What the fuck? On or die. On or die. Whatever. C9.
All right, yeah. So far, I think mechanically we're doing all right. I'd probably say the biggest issue that I'm seeing, but this is subject to change as this is only 13 minutes into the session. Is our ability usage, especially. Um, Pulse bombs, all right. I haven't seen too many of those yet, so we'll have to keep an eye out. And then positioning, make sure that you're standing on the sides of fights and then behind them and taking off angles, trying to take contest high grounds, especially like on that first point. Um, Not just kind of running down main at them, because a lot of the time that's not going to give you very good angles to shoot at people. Keep in mind your playstyle on Tracer is kind of like you are a distraction unless you see an opportunity. You play kind of as an opportunist. You go in
Yeah.
when you kind of poke in the back line until you see something that's low. If something's low or something's out of position, or you feel like you can get a kill, right? Or even maybe sometimes you can make something low by just kind of poking them down. Then you can start to get a little bit harder on your engage and go in and try to finish off the kill, right? But the big thing is we're just looking to be a distraction from their behind, which makes them turn their attention and look back at us.
Mm. Okay. See, I don't know, man. My brain's kind of scattered right now, but I usually do that.
Mm,
Well, I'll try and focus on that this game. But that Tracer was playing in the main like battle, and she was shitting on her team.
mm-hmm.
And she's going right in. Look at that. I'm not sure what to do right now. I'm gonna kill the Mercy. Where's the Mercy? Baptiste. Bye bye, guys. See ya. Oh god, I'm gonna die. What? No! I thought I one clipped her. See ya.
You're kind of
No.
blinking into the middle of their team, right? Unless we're doing that to go in and finish off a kill, that's not going to be needed a lot of the time. Like I said, try to stay instead of in the middle of their team or in the middle of our team, we're staying on the outskirts of the fights, right? And then we're poking. We see an opportunity, then we go in. But we're like going in, and then when you recall, you're kind of ending up in the middle of their team again.
Honestly, I think I know what you're trying to say. I think I understand. I should know how to recall on that. Oh. I want to kill their tracer so bad. Man, I can't hit my shots. I can't hit my shots.
What sensitivity do you have? Are you? It looks like you might be on a higher end.
I'm on 400 DPI 10.
10. Yeah, that does sound like it would be a lot. Let me just add that up real quick.
I don't know. I just Google like professional senses. I don't know. I don't know. I calculated it or whatever. Mine was really low before. Like I was getting elbow pain, man.
Yeah, wow. Okay, so yeah, okay, so yours is about average. I just wonder what it is because you seem to not have the best tracking to where you're staying on top of people. So I'm
Man,
trying
you're
to.
right. I don't know what it is. Like I generally don't know. Like I don't know, man. I think my aim's decent, but like maybe like everyone's. I feel like my theory is like people are like going all over the place, and I can't understand what's happening.
Yeah, it seems like we're just kind of jittery with it. That's what I was asking about the sensitivity. The big thing with tracking is we're trying to keep it smooth. We don't want it to be jittery. So, we want to try to smooth down our aim. We can talk after this game. We'll go over a few different topics, um, and demonstrate them. But
Oh man. Reaper is above us. I'm 1 HP.
right again, kind of just dying because of the fact that we run out of abilities. So really got to work on our ability management because a lot of our deaths are coming just because we end up out of position with zero abilities, or
Yeah.
we don't use those abilities that we do have. Oh, good job, Preston. I need healing.
No, dude. No.
Right. Try to make sure that you're synced up with your team and that you're trying to fight when they're fighting. If you have three people looking at you in the back line, that's maybe not very good, right? You're gonna end up dying to that.
Bruh. I'm not popping off. I mean, as I said, I'm not warmed up
Mhm.
at all. And they have a tracer that's shitting on me. Oh shit. Oh no. I don't know what I should do.
Um,
Epic.
make sure you're trying to calm down a little bit. It seems like a lot of times we're panicking or we're very hyperactive. Try to calm the nerves a little bit because whenever we're mm, being nervous or we're panicking, we're ultimately probably not going to be making the best of decisions. Um, so try to take deep breaths, calm it down. I'm going to stream some Overwatch here real quick on Discord if you want to go take a look at that.
Okay.
So,
Should I search
how?
for a game?
What do you say?
Should I search for a game in the meantime?
Um, why don't you search like after we're like halfway done this? Because I don't want you
Okay.
to like accidentally get an insta queue here. Um, so okay, we'll save some of the. I'll do the demonstration stuff, and then the stuff that I don't need the demonstration for, I'll save for when you get in queue. Right. So what character are we on? I'm dumb. Tracer. Okay. So pretty much whenever we use abilities, it seems like we kind of do this where we just blow all of our abilities at once, where we start the fight and then we immediately blink and then we blink and then we like basically shoot like what, like a third of a clip before we blink, and that just means we're like using it really fast. We don't really ever get to shoot at people, and quite frankly, if we are on this side of somebody and then we blink to the like behind them or to the side of them, it takes them time to like, rotate their head and shoot at us. So we don't have to blink immediately. Now, if we see them, like, I don't know, for example, Hanzo's charging up a arrow, right? We see him about to fire that arrow. Yes, we can add in a blink, and then that will kind of dodge out his shot. But that's not going to be every single second, right? Or not even faster than that. A lot of times we just kind of go and pop all of our blinks all at the same time. So what you want to be doing instead is mix somebody up by blinking to the other side of them, right? And then that way, if you see them turn around and look at you, we just blink around them again, right? So we want them to kind of have to do loop-de-loops to where we're going like this, right? They turn around and we're back the other way, right? And we kind of do reverse it on them. So we want to be taking blink angles like that. You don't want to be just adding in blinks, randomly where we're just kind of like going like this every other second, because then we just run out of blinks immediately. And the other thing to keep in mind is that when we do run out of blinks, we want to make sure that we're waiting to recharge them. A lot of times we'll like go in, we'll start blinking around, we'll do our thing, and then we'll kind of run out, and then we'll just continue to stay in here, right? When we don't have recall, when we don't have blinks available. Use especially your recall, but your blinks have an impact on this too. Use your recall like an aggression meter. When you don't have your recall, that means that you have to be a lot more passive because you don't have your get out of jail free card. When you have it available, you can be a little bit more aggressive because you have it to be able to get out, right? When you don't have, and your blinks to a lesser extent also impact that, right? When you have 3 blinks, you have a lot more survivability than when you have 0 blinks. So we don't want to go in, use all our abilities, and then continue to stay in the fight. Instead, we can back up after we're done, wait a second here. We can poke from here if we need to, right? Just go back to our team if we need to, and then we can go back in once we get those abilities back. Sound good?
Wait, can you say the last sentence again? I was listening for everything except that. Sorry, I zoned out.
Yeah. The last sentence was basically just you when you're done using like all of your abilities, right? You're out of abilities. Instead of staying in, we back up to where our team's at, and we can like poke from here if we need to. Like we can kind of poke and wait, and we get our abilities back, and then now we have all our blinks back, and now we can get a little bit more aggressive, right? So we go in when we have our abilities, we get out when we don't have the abilities, and we wait for them to come back, even if it's mid-fight, right? Because it only takes you a couple seconds to get them back.
You're right. I know that your life is super important, so I should
Mm.
stop. Like, I feel it, but like in those fights, I feel like I was not the first one dying.
Which, even being the first one dying doesn't like it, dying in general. Even if you're not the first one dying, most of the time it's gonna be a bad thing unless you've already lost the fight, right? Because if you can, for example, let's say you have 7. Or I'm just throwing out a number. Let's say you have 7 deaths per game on average. Um, if we can cut that down to 4 deaths a game, right? So 3 less deaths. Um, 3 deaths, right? Each death is 10 seconds of dead time, and then roughly 10 seconds or 5 seconds if you're on a fast character, right? But 5 to 10 seconds of walk back time, right? So that is 45 seconds to a minute of time that we are essentially just wasting because we're dead, right? Which is a lot of time every single game, right? In that time, you can get an extra pulse. In that time, you can get kills, get damage in. 45. If you're getting an extra 45 seconds of gameplay in per game, that's an insane metric that you're looking at, right? Because that's also not just 45 seconds in general. That's 45 seconds of fight time that you're actively in fights, right? So that's really, really, really important. We want to make sure that we're cutting out kills, even if we're not the first one dead, right? Second dead, third dead, a lot of the time will be almost just as bad,
Okay. Yeah.
right? So, now I don't want to go into this if you already, know what you're talking about with this, but you say you're a really good rainbow player. Are you aware what crosshair placement is?
Yeah.
Yeah, so essentially just keep your crosshair head level. That way we're hitting more shots. I see a lot of the times we're kind of going up and down with our crosshair a lot, which keep in mind that's not going to be necessary most of the time. We want to make sure we're keeping it at head level so that we're hitting these headshots very easily, and we're also hitting all headshots as spam shots, right? Whereas a lot of the times it's going all over the place, like left, right, up, and down,
Well,
which.
man, I'm gonna be honest, real quick. The reason why I think that trips me up, because like in games like when I play CS:GO, bro, or like
Yeah.
Rainbow, all the characters they have the same models, man. But in this game,
Hmm.
there's like all kinds of different size models, and people are going up and down all over the freaking place. It's
Hmm.
crazy. I think that's why I get tripped out, because I'm
Yeah.
not used to the like craziness. Like everyone's everywhere. At least
Hmm.
for me. Like when I play Zarya, I'm like more of like a tanky kind of like I can just spam people. Or like when I was playing Bastion, it's just full crazy aim for like I just fucking or
Hmm.
like fucking Zarya go brrr. Like I just pop off with like those characters. But I don't know, something about Tracer
Hmm.
just gives me anxiety, man. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I
Hmm.
got no idea.
Yeah. Well, first off, take it a little bit, slow with your aim. I think like a big thing is like when we're aiming, we end up going like this, right? Where we're every time we're aim, I kind of have a heart attack because we're like having a seizure, right? Where we're just like kind of like going that with like that when we're aiming. When you want to try to keep it smooth to where we're kind of just tracking them real slow, right? And we can do that by practicing in training range, free for all, quick play, really anything. We just make sure you're focusing on your aiming. You're trying to keep it smooth and on their head, right? So that we're not going up and down. When it comes to different character sizes, most characters will be at the same base height. Now there are a lot of exceptions, such as tanks. Tanks you're gonna have to aim up a little bit more, but for among tanks, most of them are gonna be around the same size, and tanks also have bigger head hitboxes, so it's going to still, because even if their head's here, because it's so big, it also might extend down to here, which is where their heads are anyways. So um, head hitboxes are going to change slightly based off of tank to DPS, and supports are usually the same. And then Torbjorn is the really short one. So you just know your matchup and who you're up against, and then you change just up and down slightly based off of that.
Okay.
Right.
Well, that's why we. So I don't know, man. Like I see what you're saying, 100%. But when you said change your crosshair place, like change your crosshair
Mm-hmm.
based off that, I feel like I'm doing that preemptively. I'm not really sure what I'm doing. I haven't really like. I feel like that's why I requested like the video thing because I
Uh-huh.
haven't not looked at my gameplay. I don't really understand how I play like, but
You requested the like a replay review, or what video thing?
um uh replay, yeah, like the review of my gameplay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
So,
I haven't looked at it, so I feel like it'd be good.
uh-huh. So, you saying you do that preemptively with people? What do you mean by that?
I don't really know, honestly. I don't know what I'm talking about, but like the main point is that shit's a little bit too frantic for me, and like,
Hmm.
and then I think that's what trips me up, like, or maybe yeah, it's like I think it's just a high anxiety with Tracer,
You know,
or maybe I'm not warmed up right now. I sometimes I play really well, man, but I'm gonna go. Can I search? I'm gonna search
yeah,
my
you
map
can
and
you
then
can
go to
start.
the.
Yeah, go ahead. Go get in
And,
the queue. Yeah, a big part is going to be trying to remove that that anxiety and that kind of pressure to play, because adding that in, you're going to be performing a lot worse, right? We want to make sure that we're not bringing that into our gameplay, because that's going to 100% make us perform worse if we're being frantic, if we don't know what we're doing. Try to slow down your gameplay, slow down your breathing, take deep breaths. Remember that this you're getting paid for this, so this ultimately doesn't matter. Yes, it's fun to win, but reminding yourself of that type of deal will help you to actually perform better if you know that you're not this isn't life and death. So try not to get frantic over it, and then you'll see that it'll help your gameplay.
Yeah, no, I realized like I have like a feeling of all the issues I already have before. Like I wanted you to like point them out and just make them really clear to me. Like I already have like I really do try to self-assess what I'm doing and like
Yeah,
practice correctly. Like I know that you reinforce bad habits if you practice wrong, right? So I'm like trying to
yeah,
look back and think about what I'm doing. So I've several times like what I've been like I have like a week off school right now. We have a break, so I've been like playing a lot, and like I consciously think, okay, I don't have recall. I gotta play a little bit more passively. I've been watching Kabaji doing his like explanations where he's like, I'm trying to play with my team, and then when I see someone's out of position, we go at them. I'm
yep.
like, I've been trying to implement all that, man. But in the game, in the match, it's hard for me. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know what else to do except this, really. Well, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
saying I know everything, but like I don't at all. But and I appreciate like what you're saying because it makes sense. Like I have to like be more calm, and it,
Yep.
it makes sense. Like when you're more calm, you play better, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that game, I don't know, man. That game was
All right. Well, um, I think something that might help is I'm actually watching my stream. I'm gonna stop streaming. You have to restream, by the way.
okay.
When you're coming out of this session, I'm gonna try to give you some main points. Don't come away from this trying to. And this might be something that's affecting your own gameplay as well. Is don't try to focus on practicing 20 things at once, and make sure you're also not autopiloting while you're playing. Try to think of two, three things to put the main focus of your brain power into, so that you can actually improve in those areas and make those habits. And then once those are habits, now you don't need to focus on them anymore and you can focus on something else. But if we're just autopiloting through our gameplay, we're not thinking about anything, nothing's going to change. And if we're trying to focus on 20 different things at once, right? Because we heard Tabuki talk about 20 things at once, and we watch Kabaji videos and we know everything we should be doing, but it's just going to overwhelm us. It's going to make us panic, and essentially we're just not going to improve at all because we're not focusing down on certain things. So I'll do my best to try to come up with these certain things that I want you to really focus in on, and just make sure that while you're playing, you're putting your brain power into focusing on those things.
All right. I'm gonna end the call and recall you because I can't find the screen for Overwatch. 1 second.
All right. Are you
I'm back.
are you in? Do you have one single monitor?
I have two.
You have two. Okay. Well, it doesn't usually detect Overwatch if it's minimized. That's one thing that you can try.
Oh yeah, but I can't. Okay, I have to switch to full screen or borderless.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Wait. Boom. I just want to pop off, bro. I want to go. I want to just pop off for you. Just go. And then you'd be like,
Are
dude, you
you
should be in
still
like diamond.
are you still in queue?
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm
All
so
right.
cute. All right.
So
Do you see it?
yes, I can. Yep. So
All right.
one other topic that I wanted to talk about is how to know whether or not you're winning or losing a fight. So essentially, that comes down to kill feed, watching kill feed, and making sure that you're paying attention to that. When you are up 1 to 2 people, so you get 1 to 2 picks, that is an advantage, right? You play more aggressive when you have an advantage. When you are up 2 to 3 picks, that is a one fight. Now you don't want to use your ult in a one fight, and you want to play super aggressive so you can get the staggers. Oh, unfortunate.
Yeah.
Stole the
I was gonna,
tracer. Okay.
dude. I was gonna insta-lock Tracer before. Hold up.
Now
I.
it also goes the exact opposite way. When you're down 1 to 2 people, that is a disadvantage. You play more passive, but you didn't lose yet. You're down 2 to 3 people. That is pretty much a lost fight. You want to be looking to not use your ultimate, and then make sure that you're not staggering by getting out if possible, and if you don't think you can get out, try to die, right? So that you're
Okay.
not dying super, super late.
All right, I'm gonna ask him if I can get Tracer.
Hmm?
All right, hey man. Yo, what's up, ice latte? Yo, it'd be chill if I take Tracer, just cause I'm trying to get a good Tracer. No, that's okay, man. That's chill. Hopefully he switches off. He doesn't. He doesn't only play Tracer, so what am I doing? I'm playing Soldier. Yeah, I'm not as good of a Soldier player at all.
Crawl right side.
Oh baby, I'm throwing. I'm trash. I'm getting pocketed, dude, and I can't hit anything.
Try
Dude,
not
I'm
to run into
panicking.
them, right?
Also, this new Soldier, Zirkle, is really weird for me.
Hmm. Right. Good positioning is the usage of cover, whereas bad positioning is the absence of cover. So, essentially, make sure you're not out in the open and try to stand closer to objects, corners, pillars, so that you're not getting caught out.
This is a good spot.
Yeah, yep. From this spot, that's pretty good. Yep. You just gotta watch right side. Watch where your team's holding to, though. If your team's holding that close, you might need to be that close.
All right, yo, can you mercy boost me in a second? Fuck it. How's it going, boys? I wish I was the fraud.
Mhm.
Die, Baptiste, die. Die, Diva.
Yeah, I definitely think that panic might or whatever might be a big uh, factor that you might need to work on. As every time that you get into an intense situation, I hear it through your mic. You start breathing very
Yeah.
heavily.
All right.
So
Shit.
yeah, you just
Like
want
people,
to.
people are like, do something so loud. I don't know, man. Oh, great.
Yep. So just gotta try to take the panic out of the situation, right? And then once you do that, then that means that we're now not making poor decisions just because we're on an adrenaline rush.
You're right. When I play in like silver or gold, like I just shit on kids. Like it's just,
Hmm.
I don't get like, I don't have a care in the world.
Yep. And you want to kind of, you don't want to underestimate opponents, but you also want to have a healthy kind of confidence to where it doesn't scare you if somebody gets on top of you, right?
It's definitely an issue for me because people are good at this game. It's the way I feel is like when I played Rainbow.
Hmm.
Well, not CS:GO because I didn't care about CS:GO, but I care about this game because I'm actually investing money into it.
Hmm.
Like when I played Rainbow, everyone was new to it. I played it when it came out, but everyone's good at this game. Is how I feel.
Uh-huh. Yep, but just
And
remember that these guys are all the same, like the same goodness level as you, right? They're all at the same rank. They're all at plat, so you should have an advantage, especially since you know that you're good at other games, right? And that skill translates. So all you need to do is just adapt fast, right? You have the advantage when it comes to adaptability, right? When learning how to play the game, you have the drive, right? You want to have all these kind of mindset things where you think, okay, yeah, we're at the same rank, but not for long, right? I'm gonna be higher soon. And then when you have that mentality, then things don't seem as scary anymore because now you're like, okay, well these guys are, now they're like silver players to me. But we can't,
basically,
yeah, but we can't underestimate them to the point where we're making dumb decisions and running into bad spots, right? So we need to have confidence, but we also need to make smart decisions. Probably come up left side here instead of coming up top right.
Oh, okay.
Yep, that way we can take the high gun on an off angle and kind of pelt them from the side.
Okay. Yeah, that's a smart idea. I've seen people do that. Oh, baby. Here they come. Here they come. And it's pocketing him. No. Okay, I'm a little bit more calm now, I think. Well, it's just because they're not in my face.
Hmm.
Maybe I should go up.
Yeah, we can poke on this angle. We can go. We can probably like just hold left side here and just shoot him from the side.
Ricky was this way. I don't know where he went. They're going back to spawn. That would Doom know. No. Oh. Tracer's better. Come at me, boy. Come at me. Come at me. Oh no, I'm so dead. Bruh.
Right. Soldier. I don't think we really have a problem with our abilities as much as Tracer. I don't think that's an issue at all. I think though maybe just really focus on your positioning as Soldier and make sure that you're not doing what you just did and running into your spawn and then dying.
Probably. Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna give them health packs. Never mind, we don't need them.
Right now you can look to really hold like on the top right, like kind of above them.
I'm just going back here. I think this is good.
Yeah. What really once you win the fight is what you can do that.
Is Doom coming for me? Oh yeah, baby, he is. Healing. Yeah, we just beat him.
Ooh.
I'm better, dude.
All right. So, Soldier, no issue with health pack or running or Helix rocket. Probably. He also had pretty good visor usage. Probably only thing really with Soldier is just making sure you're standing in the right spot. Make sure you're aware in your decision making. And then besides that, I think your aim is actually pretty decent on Soldier. For some reason, it seemed like you're, you know, actually aiming better than on your Tracer. Is that just because you're maybe warming up? Um,
I don't know,
now,
man. I do feel like I have decent aim. I don't know
mm,
what's up with Tracer, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm gonna show
are
you in
you
the practice range. My guy, I can just...
are you sure that you haven't accidentally changed your sensitivity with Tracer? Because you can change, hero specific sensitivities.
No, I've just been sticking with, like, the same one. 10, 20.
All right.
I don't know what it is, dude. I can over here it's like fine. I
Maybe
don't
it's
know what's
just what
going
we've
on.
been talking about with the panic, and on Tracer you played a lot closer of a range.
That's
So
why
you
I
just
suspect.
end up panicking every single time you play her.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, that's what I think it is.
Yep. So essentially, just take the pressure out. Remember, you're not an owl. Remember, game doesn't matter, but I would like it to matter, right? And when you kind of have that philosophy, you'll have a lot more fun because you'll actually start winning the games more.
This is usually what I do for games when I want to warm up.
What you can try instead of this is go into custom games and find some custom games such as Try Hard Free for All. You can go into regular Free for All, and then that way you just are maybe against opponents that have less, you know,
Variability.
patterny, yeah, pattern like mobility, who just kind of move in straight lines. So training range is going to be good when you're trying to practice new abilities, when you're trying to just warm up if you haven't played in a while, if you just get on for the first time of the day. But the best place is a lot of the time is going to be up against other people. So free for all is a really good environment for that. Try hard free for all in custom games. Uh, Game mode that
Oh,
I like to practice on Genji is 4v4 Nano Blade. I'm trying to think of some other Tracer ones. If you
kind of popping off right now, actually, dude. Just need to warm up my aim a little bit. But if I just go off this next game, dude, I feel it.
Yep. Well, if you feel like you typically warm up before you play?
No, I
No.
never warm. I could barely warm
Yeah.
up. Only sometimes.
Yeah. Well, that might be something to consider if you feel like you kind of are very inconsistent when you first start off, which is very a lot of the times going to be the case, especially for mechanics, is you can get rusty pretty much in a day of without playing. So warming up for the day is going to be very handy. So something like training range a lot of time won't just cut it. So try free for all. I'm about to link you a IDDQD uh, video that you can watch, and he actually has a custom game that he uses to warm up that you can take a look at.
I tried a pulse bomb stick one that actually helped me a little bit. I forgot the code. Are you supposed to like write down the codes?
Write down the codes. You can save codes.
Oh.
You can save them so that they don't go away.
You can save them. Okay. Wait, oh, hold on. I need water. I need pop off. I need to come back with water. One sec.
What's up, everyone? To the maximum you can do it, soldier here. Things an up attack spheres with our aim and how we can use. We're gonna go to as well. An in am in, and then you press.
All right, so this is how IDDQD warms up, and I'm pretty sure he says in this video that he does this for about an hour or so a day. But that's an Overwatch League player, and he plays probably like 8 to 12 hours a day. So if you don't play that often, then you don't necessarily need to do it that much. But just 10-20 minutes, even while you're just in queue for a game, right? You have a 10-minute queue for DPS. Doing that to start off can be very helpful to warm up your aim.
How do I get into the free for alls?
Free for alls you can do from the queue while you're in queue. It'll give you options to that you can just get straight into a deathmatch, or you can try to look up try a free for all. Next time you're in queue, I'll point it out to you.
Roger, Roger. Hello, guys. Guys, look at me. I'm sitting. You gotta build the team thing, team building.
Morale.
Mm. Oh, they have a tracer. Dude, actually, I get super anxious when they have tracers. I don't know. Should I focus their tracer or go on the back line? I never know what to do, bro. Never.
Only focus the tracer if she is, I guess, if you have an advantage in the duel. if she's the if she's kind of in your direct path, right? You don't have to go out of your way to focus her. Is the thing. If she ends up being there, go for it. But a lot of time she's not gonna always be on top of your face.
Do you think this is a good idea?
Yeah, I think that can be a good idea to land the pick, or like he just got.
One clip. Mercy, you're not gonna res this. No, you're not. I'm dead.
Oh. Ability usage, right? Remember the recall. Remember the both our blinks, and try not to tunnel vision on targets.
I feel like that's what you should be doing. Like I'm not sure what you should be doing, but like, for me at least, like I struggle tracking and I like tunnel vision helps. I guess I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, it's good to focus on your aim, but tunnel visioning will mean that you're now making dumb decisions just because you're aiming, right? Tunnel visioning is different than focusing on your aim. You still have to pay attention to what's going on around you.
Mercy low, mercy low. Bro, come on.
Like
What is
again,
that?
right? Dying with recall, 3 blinks, right? If we use any of those, then we win the duel against Mercy.
You're right. I just didn't
And
expect to die. I don't understand. Like my health is so low. Like I don't see. Like like it just hits
yeah,
me too
a
late.
lot of the time it has to be prediction. So a thing is, a lot of times you're dueling people from the frontal angle, like I've been talking about. You want to use your blinks to get behind them, right, or to the sides of them. You want to make them turn around. Don't duel the Mercy straight up. Blink behind her, and then that means that she has to exactly what you
Yes!
just did, right?
I'm better.
Pretty much what you just did, right?
Okay.
You blink behind him, and then now he can't shoot you anymore. That makes him turn around. Oh, unfortunate. Yep. Rather than trying to just run straight at his face, blinking behind makes him turn around. You can blink around behind him again, right? And then that means that you can pretty much just get free shots on him.
I'm gonna try blinking behind people more. I recalled. I was pre-planned that I was gonna recall that.
Yep, just gotta get the habit in. Yeah, the big thing is
See,
that you just you don't have any health, so it has to most of the time be prediction recalls to where you're gonna take damage and you kind of are ready with the recall.
man. Well, the idea was yeah, you're right. But the idea with that was just to get some mall charge and then recall out. But
Yeah.
I always died it like that, and I didn't want to feed. I have recall. I'm not sure what to do here. I'm gonna go behind.
Yep, going to the side angle is really, really good.
Uh-oh. Bad idea. That's trash. Absolute trash. She's getting pocketed. They're all getting pocketed. I know what the fuck to do. No! He was... Alright, man. Not working out.
All right, so we stayed in the fight. I like that we tried to get out there, but we stayed in slightly too long again. So you're kind of a little bit even there. Rather than trying to come on them from the front, right? Go right side. If your team's going left, you go right and take a kind of an off angle or a flank, right? You don't have to always come in from that frontal angle, and then that means that you're not taking all that spam damage that comes with being in the front. I feel like I had another point, but I can't. Oh, yeah, I did. I'll talk about it after you die here or whatever.
I'm gonna kill them all.
Pulse, 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 pulse! Oh, snap did it. Well, they're all done.
That Baptisto.
Yep. But that got them all down to like 1 HP, so still worth it. Alright, so when you're going for pulse bomb, you always have to have things in your mind, right? Pay attention to the enemy team, and you always have to think about what things do they have that I need to watch out for, right? So examples, immortality field, bubbles, right? There's also things like fade, wraith, Tracer Recall, Sombra Teleport, right? There's a bunch of different things that can stop your ultimate in its tracks. So we got to make sure that we either wait it out or make sure that that character's dead or just know that it's gone, right? Then we can go for it for free rather than going for a pulse and then getting it bubbled and immortality like in the first fight that we used pulse.
I think we got all like maybe 5
Mm.
people in there in the grab.
Mhm. Dude, look at the chat, dude. Look at that.
Yep. Even if like the thing is with that, you just because you know that he has immortality, you throw pulse in. You try your best to take out immortality, but even if they have the immortality still, pretty much you get in every single character 1 HP, right? So that's still very valuable.
Yeah, I did figure it was valuable, but I like getting defeated with saying Tracer though. I
Here, try to set up in the left room to your left when you turn around
Hey, that's 20%.
on the
I'm
other
not
side
sure
of
what
choke.
you mean though.
That or the room that you're kind of pointing at, but you looked away from it.
Usually
But
I
yeah,
just try and get a pick like the Mercy right here.
yeah. Honestly, yeah. Honestly, that's fine. I was just saying the holding another room that was past choke.
What? How is this happening? What?
Right, so we're down 1 currently. We're even. Right, if you're watching kill feeds, we're 5v5.
We're fighting back, Soji. We're fighting back. Good point, good.
Oh,
I don't know what to do.
Yes.
just ran out of abilities on Locky.
Yeah.
That Hanzo is popping off.
Yep. The problem with holding high ground is a lot of the times, um, we're not gonna be able to engage on them while our team's engaging on them. Yeah, you gotta. A lot of times you want to fight when your team is fighting. All right. A lot of times you want to engage while your team is fighting so that you can go in and be in sync with each other and you don't have 6 people looking at you. While you're on that high ground, you can't really sync up with your team super easily, but for example, if you're hiding in the room to like the room on the right side when you're coming looking at it from point, then you might be able to sync up a lot easier with your team.
What? Fuck. Man, that was so unlucky. What the fuck? Yo, we can't lose this at 5
I
minutes.
can't hit anything.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All right, so now that we've been in the session for like an hour or so, and we got a kind of a good grasp on what the things we're looking at are, I'm gonna start doing a little bit more kind of shot cally things and telling you when you should be doing what so you can kind of visually see it in game. I'll tell you when are good times to get aggressive, when you should be playing passive. I'll give you some reminders on certain things as long as this is all okay with you. Um,
Yeah,
that way you can kind of visually or kind of see it in game of when should I be looking at these different things.
I'm down for that. My head kind of hurts right now. I don't know. I'm like overclocking it. I'm overclocking my brain to do this. But I'm gonna try and listen and do what you say. Uh,
All right.
uh, yeah, man. I just wish it was better. It really annoys me because I know I have good aim, but I can't hit anything. Anything.
Yeah, just kind of gonna manage our panic, and once we get better blink management down as well, then it'll kind of set up better shots so that we don't have to fit it into bad positioning. Out of
Yeah.
abilities, looking to get out. Yep, just be poking right now. We can get a little bit. Oh, Instead of going to the right side, probably just coming on the left again. Alright, yeah. So probably should have just come from the exact same angle that you came from before, rather than trying to cross through an area where everyone could see you go on that flank. You took a little bit of damage when you're going on that flank. So I think left side might have been a better choice there. Oh, watch the walkbacks. Just gotta be aware, right? Look around, listen, watch them walking back from spawn. Don't tunnel vision on the people on point. Right now, we're just grouping up. We're down soldiers still, so we're waiting for our whole team to get back. Regen our abilities. Probably going on left side. Right. Unfortunate. Right, so team's still winning that. We got some picks, right? So when we're coming back, if the fight's still going, gotta be careful. Just check right side real quick just to see if anybody's walking back.
What the fuck?
Just kind of like checking for cars. Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
I don't know what to do.
5 seconds, you have to go for the touch. Unfortunate.
GG, I guess. So sorry we're holding like no take on first points.
Yeah, there we just didn't really have much survivability. We unfortunately just ended up getting picked. I pretty much first thing every single fight. So that, you know, when we're dying a lot, that just removes a lot of our ability to do things and carry. So really got to work on trying our best to stay alive so that we're able to stay in the fight longer and do more.
Yeah, I am dying fast. That soldier fucking one tapped me with his thing.
Yep. Soldier got the first time we went in on I think Kree got us first time, Soldier got us second time, Kree got us third time, Soldier got us fourth time. Or maybe people on point might have gotten us fourth time, but
Dude, how do you one-trick tracer yourself out of the game? Can somebody explain to me?
Do you hear my teammates?
What?
I have it turned down slightly, so I just heard Tracer something game.
How do you one-trick tracer and be so bad at the game? Man, people shit on me all the time. It's annoying. Actually, yeah, I got too many avoided teammates, and then I got like the notification for it, cause people get mad at me.
Down on top, I guess.
It's annoying. I'm not even trying to throw.
You can leave it there.
No worry, we'll chalk it up to coaching nerves. Gosh, I should have told you where I wanted you to go. But very nice. All right,
I
now
usually
that
turn on the widows.
now that
honestly.
now that first fight's done, you can probably look to after you get that killed.
What, 6 times?
All right, now reset and go to that room that you're you're on your left, left. No. Turn around. That room right there you're staring at. To your right now. They're right in that room. Just hide in the in the other corner. Yep, in that corner right there.
Okay.
Just chill here, wait for them to walk in, and then we can kind of get on their back line. Right? You always kind of want to find a different angle so you're not being predictable. Watch for res.
John comes up.
Yeah.
John, please.
Oh, I don't know what to do right now. Imagine getting pocketed, leaving your ass.
If you guys don't win this, I think it's
Yep, just
I need
looking
to
at
go on
Mercy here. Winning the fight, right? We can just get super aggro. Oh, recall. Nice, okay. Woohoo! That's nice call. Honestly, I don't think too many of them knew that we were there, so we could probably take same spot and look for a pulse on them from behind, right? Just kind of really don't have to even worry too much about anything because we can just walk right up next to them and pulse. Just be careful because you also might have to wait out for abilities, right? So think about press tab, think about abilities, and then we might need to wait out bubble.
Dude, I wanted to get the fucking Mercy.
Okay, out of
That was hilarious.
abilities. Worry about our aggression right now. Might be a little bit passive because we're out of abilities.
Torbjorn's going for him, bro.
Right. Probably look to back up because we're a little overextended and they do have most of their players still. You down Torbjorn as well. Oh, yeah, kill that. Oof.
Ah, too greedy.
How do we lose 2 people there? Play point, play point, play point.
That's the game.
Yeah, you guys are a little pushed forward in their spawn. You want to reset to that choke if you see that they still have like 5 people alive.
I get bullied a lot.
Yep. I think positioning is another big one that we gotta work on and iron out, because when we aren't standing in the right spots at the right times, we end up getting kind of rolled. So that will come into things like, you know, blinking behind people, playing on the sides of fights, playing behind them, instead of just kind of running straight at them. And then there we ended up losing the point. Not necessarily, you know, it's not 100% your fault because Torbjorn did die too, but we don't focus on Torbjorn because we can't fix Torbjorn. We focus on ourselves because we can fix ourselves in our gameplay. So don't get too greedy and go for that, and then hopefully we can still win that 5v6.
I thought I was justified doing that though, because I saw the Zarya's one and I have the mobility, but I got stunned.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I did what I did.
Yeah, you just gotta be careful though, because you didn't know that, you know, all of them were alive, right? And when all of them are alive and we can't see them, they're probably in that room.
Yeah. I did know they were actually all in the room, but I decided to go for it anyway. I don't know, man. I'm an opportunist. I was like, 1v5, let's do it. I'm gonna pull up. You know what actually makes me play better, I think? I don't know why. Kind of weird,
What?
but what makes me play better before games, like I pull up Kabaji, like his unranked GM video, and
Uh
I
huh.
watch him shit on plats. And I don't know. Like all the time, I just analyze it. I keep analyzing that fucking 11-hour fucking video.
Uh, interesting. Did you see the? I sent you a video about from IDDQD, and then also if you want to take a look, I put the. I also linked the replay. What do you call? No, not the replay. The sorry, the workshop code. For his aim trainer or aim trainer slash warm up that you can maybe just put in and take a look at, just you know, for practice purposes.
I'm not really used to
Second
it, but I
one.
think it's this
Yep.
one. Save?
Yep, and then
Oh,
save preset right there. If you yeah, and then you can do whatever, put whatever name you want for it. And then if you go to presets right there, it should on the left, that should be where it saves, right?
so how do I play it?
What do you say?
How do I play
You
this?
just press back, right, until you, and then you press start. Oh, don't do that. Essentially, this is just something a workshop that you can use to warm up. He explain if you want further in depth on it. He explains it in the video if you want to take a look at it. Oh, right. Now I
Maybe
think.
Grayson.
What do you
Not.
say? You have to move
Maybe Grayson's
them.
not good.
Yeah, move them. You can move them forward to. Oh, maybe backward isn't the best place to go. Oh, what doesn't it? Oh yeah, it goes on to 5. I don't think you can get it closer than that. So soldier might be a better character to go, but I think you can still practice tracking too, though. Right? Because you, even if you're on tracer, you keeping your crosser, even if you're not killing them fast, right? Keeping your crosser on them is still a good thing to be doing.
Also, I noticed that one thing that trips me up with the Tracer is that her spread is weird, and if you aim for the head, you don't get all the headshots, and if you aim
Yeah.
for the neck,
Yep.
it's just weird to me.
Yeah, it's because it's just a widespread, especially the further away we are from them.
I'm not sure. Well, one thing I'm doubting about this is I heard a lot that you're not supposed to jump in Overwatch because you're predictable. So
Yes.
this is pretty much it. So I don't know. It's
Well,
just
this practice is like you're tracking essentially. This is people going on bounce pads, and there are going to be people jumping a ton in Overwatch. Even if you say I coach people all the time, and people that have a jumping problem, because it's just habit for them. So people are going to be jumping a lot, so this can help you with that. But the big thing is it's just helping you practice your tracking because they're going left, right, up, down, right.
when I AD, it kind of fucks me up. I'll try it.
Well, when you 80 strafe, you don't really look to do 80. Or let me. I guess I can demonstrate this real quick. If you want to take a look at my live real quick.
Yep.
Right. So when we 80, we don't want to. Or we can demonstrate over here. We don't want to just do this, right? Because when we 80 like this, essentially nothing changes. If you look at their perspective on us or our perspective on them, essentially we're just pretty much on top of them still. We want to, and we also don't want to go too long because then that just makes it us super predictable because we're walking in a straight line. We want to kind of find that middle area where we're doing this, right? And then that way we're a lot less predictable, right? And then that might make it a little bit easier because it's a little bit of a medium pace than just doing this, right? Which might make it a little bit confusing. Now, we can add in crouches to make this a little bit harder, right? We can add those in, but we don't want to just be going left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right. Like, we don't want to do that at a super fast pace, because then that's not really doing anything to strafe.
Can you show me one more time?
Yep. Alright, so did the whole thing?
Just how to straight properly.
Yeah, so instead of doing this, right, we're doing kind of to where you're going pretty much one side, second side, one side, second side, right? We're going past them on each side. So we're doing that rather than just spam clicking them, because then we're not doing anything, and from their perspective, we're standing in the same spot.
Okay, I suspected that. I
Mm.
wasn't too sure how it works in this game. All right. Oh, what the fuck, dude? I have to stream it again. One sec. Dude. Uh, options. This is dumb. Boom. Where's Overwatch, bro? Wow, that's trash.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Valley. Prepare to attack. Select your hero.
Yeah, but that's why I suspect. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. This game, like CS:GO and Rainbow, they're way more slow paced. Like,
Uh-huh.
it's just way more slow paced. No doubt
Mm.
about it. So maybe that's why I'm
Yep.
tripped out.
Different game, different play styles.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
So I have fuckers jumping in the air everywhere. Like, I don't fucking. Holy shit. Although when I play Bash tonight, it's pretty easy.
Four, three, two, one. Attack commencing. Capture objective A.
Okay, instead of trying to just go through choke, yep, go left or go right. Yep, catch the breakout. Fortunate, yep, good flank.
Okay, see ya.
Out of
Hello?
abilities. Alright, yeah, we just got a little bit too deep, ran out of abilities, then we're dead, right? So make sure that when we're running low on abilities, we're looking to get out, right? Not keep going in. So even if it's more than just, I think previously we were just saying when we're out, then we're trying to stay out. But with the last blink or two, we're looking to get out of the fight, not stay in there.
Lati man.
Okay, out of abilities, just playing passive for a second. We have some links up. Unfortunate. Okay, well, we're going to keep an eye on the fight as we're coming back. See if we're winning or not. That'll depend on if we go back in. Looks like we still have 4 people there. Now we're down 1. Probably want to just back out right now. Right. Just got to pay attention to kill feed, right? When we see that we're down the fight, we just play more passive and get out. Looking for pulse right about now. Probably you can go in on through the right room. Wait for your blinks.
I'm trash. I don't know, man. I'm just actually garbage right now. I blinked right into the fight.
Yep. If you'd like, if you feel like you're playing worse than normal after this game, we can go over some replays.
Of like previous games?
Yes.
Yeah, we could do that. I'm kind of tired right now. I don't think it's playing well.
Alright. Try not to focus the ball too much unless he's, low. He has a ton of HP.
What is going on?
Okay. Try to look for good focus targets. So, tanks really not gonna ever really want to be our main priorities if we have an equal opportunity on a squishier target. They have 3 times the health. They can be pocketed super easily, and they also just don't really get as much value as the other characters. They're just there to protect everyone. They're there to keep everyone else up. So, Brig, if you have an option between a Brig and a Ball, go for the Brig unless Ball's lower out of position. He's out of
Why are they
stun.
fucking dying?
Nice pulse.
That's not good. What do I do? I want to kill him. I want to kill him. Fuck this banana, dude. Honestly. Oh, my screen's off. My screen turned off. Fuck.
Don't worry,
There you go.
you're fine. The show got killed everything. Probably try to get out. We only have 1 link left. Oh. Probably take high ground if we can here. Oh, never mind. Yep, we're good. Right, from here we can try to get an off angle and drop on top of them.
Oof.
Okay, out of abilities. Gotta wait for those to come back. Okay, 90 on pulse, looking for that, but right about now.
Okay. I can't finish anyone.
Yep, we're just waiting on team to do stuff and then we can finish up, like kinda come in. Very, very nice. Good blink cancels to cancel those hacks.
Suck a dick, Sombra.
Oh. Got a really,
Honestly,
really...
Another thing that fucking annoys me is healers pocketing each other.
yeah. Oh. For some reason the
Bruh.
stream keeps bugging out.
Because my
So...
monitor.
Alright.
It's
You
kind of
might...
fucked.
Yeah, at this point, Tracer is now gonna be a little bit of a hard pick because if you take a look at their comp, they have a lot of CCs.
Three McCree, Sombra, and Brig.
Yeah, and then
Nice
Hog as
enough.
well. Yeah, I mean, what other character do you play? Soldier? Is that really the main other
I
one?
go Genji.
I mean, Genji's also... Genji might struggle just as much, but you can
Bastion.
try.
Dude,
Yep.
I honestly genuinely have fun playing
Mhm.
Bastion though. So
Yep.
like,
Look to take the... Oh?
hold up. Fuck.
What the heck?
I think my monitor is fine. No.
Alright.
Oh no! For fuck's sake, we're gonna lose.
Right here, go left side, try to take the high ground with it. Even if it's putting you out of... Oh, the Hog's up there, never mind.
Don't worry about it, bro. I got this. Check this
Yeah.
out.
Wow.
They're gonna think I'm throwing.
I checked it out. And it looked amazing.
Our team died anyway.
Score
Games are nice.
1-0. Switching sides.
Who should I have played there?
Well, what would you say your hero pool is? What characters do you play?
Select your hero.
Soldier, Genji.
I think
Tracer.
Soldier would have been pretty good. Because Soldier's can take all those different high grounds, and isn't really affected by stuns as much as Tracer is. Genji is probably gonna be in a very similar boat to the Tracer, as he might, struggle by being going up against 4 stuns on the enemy team.
Yeah. Also, I noticed that Reaper is really easy to carry in this elo.
Yeah.
I don't really have fun playing him because I don't know, it's not fun. Maybe he's a little fun, but people tell me just go Reaper, man. Go junk out a Reaper.
It's
Because it's a common pick.
it sometimes this really screws with me. When I record on OBS, and for some reason when people, like, even though I'm not streaming or anything like that, when people follow me on Twitch, it does the stream notification sound for it, and just out of nowhere I'm like so confused. I happened to
Dude.
me only once before, and I was like, what?
Someone sub to your Twitch, bro. Oh shit, that's a popsicle. Oh, okay. McCree's trying to focus me.
Try to stick towards the back sides of the high ground, as that allows you to kind of crouch and use that as cover, right? The platform. So just want to make sure we're using the platform as cover. We're not stepping too far forwards. Good spam damage. Good job not getting picked so far. Exactly what we want to do. Oh, watch them come in high, right? Oh, that's where we just run. Yep. That's fine. Going where Ana is fine as well.
I woke him up. Mercy, you bitch. Mercy. I'm trash. I'm trash. Fuck you, die. Die, die, die. Oh, he's dead. Bubble for the win, dude. I'm trash.
All right, good ult, but we got a little bit too aggressive, like afterwards, and then that just put us out of position, and we ended up dying. Probably could have kept high ground positioning, and that would have been a lot better off for us.
Oh dear.
Good job going on the flank there.
May's trash.
Instead of walking out there, stay in the doorway. That way you can just kind of run away and get behind cover if you need to, or just rotate back up to like maybe the high ground. So
Okay.
Nice grab.
make sure again, right? Positioning is good. Positioning is the usage of cover. Bad positioning is the absence of cover. So don't run out to the open if you're trying to stay alive.
Gotcha. So, boom, 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 come back in.
Yep.
Soldier, if you can't get her, just let me know ahead of time so that we don't waste a bunch of time on me and Reaper.
What is she doing?
All right. Gotta be very aware where the Pharah is at, right? Especially if you don't see her and know where she's at. She's kind of our priority. Can anyone really on our team besides, like, let's say Ana take care of Pharah?
Sorry, Ken.
Zarya can. If she's in range, right? So we just gotta make sure that we're focusing her because we're kind of the main person who can kill her. Right.
Fucking our Mercy, dude.
Health pack. Try to do your best to run away. If she's right on top of your face, you lose that, right? So just try to make sure that you're keeping your distance and you're getting away from her if she's an inch from you. You don't win the duel if she's ever in your face. But you win the duel if you do that, right? You just pelt her from a distance and you can kill her very easily. Yeah, just look to take the high ground. We're down 1 currently, so we gotta be careful of that. Down 2, probably lost fight. Try to group up. Be very careful though, as we might be in a bad position here. If we can we can try to retake and go for a visor.
I want to do something cheeky. Fucking soldier flag. Ah! I powered up. I screamed. Die, 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 die.
Alright, nice thing for you on there, but I probably would say have your first instinct be to follow it up with a visor, not you kind of used the visor after the nano came onto you. We should probably have gotten in the back and then be looking for that flank visor immediately.
Well, no, I see your point, but I'm pretty sure like soldier you can shoot and then use visor instantly, so that was the point of that. Like,
You mean
next
shoot
round.
your helix? Is that what you're saying?
No, like you can like unload a full clip and then
Yeah.
instantly use your visor.
But you don't. Yes, you can do that, but you don't want to kind of waste the time because that. Oh, I'll explain afterwards. Well, it's just soldier coming back up to the high ground. You want to.
Holy shit, dude.
Unfortunate. Okay, so why you use visor first is you unloading an entire clip lets them all know your location, and because that clip, like ultimate versus just regular fire, right? Ultimate beats it, because it's aimbot. So you don't. If they're all gonna turn around and they're all gonna kill you and contest you, you want to get the value out of the visor immediately. You don't want to wait it for a whole clip to get out of the way.
No, you're definitely right. That makes sense. Yeah. I definitely agree. I've had conflicting thoughts regarding that.
Yep, that's it. That is a good play, but not in that situation where you're on the flank. Okay, really got to watch your flank angles because Soldier's gonna be looking to do that very often.
Not that Nick Soldier.
Back off, you're losing. Oh, he has damage boost. The advisor here might want to look to take high ground or something like that.
What the hell is going on, dude?
So request healing. Don't run straight at full charge Zarya.
Soldier behind, ulting.
All right, make sure that in that fight we are looking to use our visor. Oh, that's the last fight did.
What? Oh. I wanted to get high ground.
Yep. Big thing there was like I don't know what.
What the fuck? I gotta play the game. Yeah, whatever. Oh, Jesus, the CC, bro.
To be just like I glanced that far for half a second, she died. We didn't even see her.
I spammed. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think of that game?
Well, I thought we did. Honestly, I think that you're much better at Soldier than you think you are. To be honest, you've been outperforming your Tracer, but that might just be an off day. I think main thing again, don't have bad ability usage. I think that your positioning is one of the bigger things that needs to work on. Make sure you're behind cover. Make sure that you're taking the right off angles at the right times. You're taking high grounds at the right times. Look to reposition to the best possible position after fights so that you can have the good positioning. Or if you're looking for a visor, for example, look to get on a flank or look to take a high ground. Um, and then besides that, in the last fight, I would have really liked to see you instead of trying to duel the soldier or duel the Zarya on the side. Would like you to try to maybe do the pretty much the exact same play as you did the fight before, except for just go high ground and use it from high ground. And then that way we get our ult off, we get some picks in the back line. But instead, we just tried to take the normal average duel, which means that we didn't get any value out of our ult. Besides that, I guess same things applied with Tracer that we talked about before. I don't have anything go to. Oh, I forgot we were going to go over the replays, weren't we? I was about to say go into a queue. So if you want to bring up those replays, that'd be good.
I don't know how to do that.
Go to replays. Yep, and then whichever one you want to go over, which should maybe be like one that's a little bit closer when you weren't rolled in. You just are gonna click and then you're gonna click share.
Um, I've been playing a lot of Zarya and Ryan, so these are like
Uh huh.
are these? Can I go like?
You'd have to check inside of it.
Oh man, this would be Zarya probably.
Now traveling to Busan. Ready for battle.
Yeah, I'm playing Reinhardt. Oops, I'm not sure what to do. Can I go more? Can I go like?
No, it's only past 10 games. Um,
Might as well search then, right?
all right. Yeah, I mean, if
Uh,
you're feeling absolutely like completely drained, then you feel like you don't want to like lose any more SR, then we can maybe just go over go into a replay on a game that we've already gone over, and then we can try to go more into depth on it.
uh, I want to try playing a game. I want to try.
All right.
I'm gonna. Cause I think my soldier's good.
Yep.
I don't even play him. Like, let me look at my career profile. Um, like I don't play him,
Uh-huh.
but I like him. But I want to get good at Tracer. Look at that. I don't understand. I just don't
Mm.
understand. Uh, well, maybe today is like an off day. Like it probably is.
Mm.
But I'm gonna just keep trying. It's like I gotta use the bathroom.
All right.
Maybe highlights. Maybe I can show you a highlight of me popping off. I don't know.
Yeah, might be entertaining, but I don't know if it's gonna give me much insight on gameplay.
I wish I had recordings. Maybe just watch my Zarias, dude. Flex. Yeah, tell me what you think of it. Actually, it's just going to give you a grab, probably. Die.
I mean,
Die, die, die.
pretty much looks good. The only issue with like highlights is it just shows the best part of the game. So,
Wait, let's go over. Fuck it, let's just go over some Zarya stuff. Let's see if I can.
all right.
I like playing Zarya a lot, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I'm enjoying playing Ryan and Zarya. Like Tracer has become a. It's unfortunate because I'm not enjoying playing Tracer. I'm gonna be honest, man.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to get good at Tracer so bad.
Why do you want to play her if you don't like playing her?
Because I once liked playing her, but it's getting
Mm.
too hard. You know, like I can shit on kids
So,
in gold, but I
s-
want to get up.
so you don't like playing her because she's difficult?
No, I like playing her because she's difficult. I like high skill cap. I do, but
Mm.
I'm keep getting consistently shit on in mid plat, and people are saying I'm throwing. Sometimes,
Mm.
not consistently,
Yeah.
but like often. Oh
All
shit.
right.
That's why I'm not enjoying her, man. But I want to get good at her.
All right. So we're on DPS again.
Prepare for battle.
Yeah,
Select your hero.
this is a good map for Tracer. Hello, gamers. Hello. Hello.
One. Round one. Capture the objective.
Okay, when we come out top, are you immediately going right? Trying to take a kind of off angle on the right side here. Okay, out of abilities, playing semi-passive. We see Ryan slow. Just be careful because we only do have one blink.
I want to see if there's anyone alone.
Yep, we're up 2, so we can play a little bit more aggressive. We're winning this fight. Oh, very good, nice tracking on that. Good job. All right. Now, here, I think that's your spawn. Is that your spawn? No, it's their spawn. Okay.
Ouch.
I want to one clip someone.
Or you can pulse behind them there. Watch the abilities.
There's more gonna kill me.
Oh,
I thought it was Alpac.
that's what. Yep, exactly right. Watch the abilities. Ran out of them. We died.
Yeah.
So
Now I want to lose my medals. Yeah, whatever. My medals are all that matter.
winning the fight. More than a fade. Nice.
I
Oh,
didn't want to recall. That was a mistake. That was a misplay.
unfortunate. Okay, here you might want to consider backing up. Just a little bit close. Our team's not gonna be able to help follow up from that distance.
Oh, my screen. No, 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 no. Dude, I have a big problem with my screen, and it's been really acting up lately.
What,
I'm
it goes
sorry.
black or something?
Yeah, it fucked up the GPU display shit. Like my speaker fell on top of the display cord for it. Oh shit,
Mm,
dude. It's kind of it's a rip. We lost
snap.
that.
Well, at least they use a bunch of ults. Right, so you're coming up on pulse here. What I want you to do is press tab real quick. We have a Sigma Flux. So what do you can combo it with that by tossing it pretty much just underneath when somebody drops from it, right? Because
Okay.
that kind of locks them into a position.
Yo, guys, can we group up? We don't need to touch. Who can I one clip?
Well,
Whatever.
make sure you're doing that when your team is coming in, not when you're doing it on your own. Because when you do it on your own, that means 6 people could turn around and look at you, which isn't gonna be good.
Okay, I'll do that. Keep that in
Right.
mind for
So
next time. You're
just
definitely
yeah,
right.
just try to sync it up. Right. We're currently down 1.
Back off.
Down 1
Wait, no.
still.
Oh no, that's great.
We're even. Down abilities, so watch
Oh, that
out.
fucking screen! Not again! Not again!
Flux is up.
Bruh. Man, fuck my display cord.
Alright, well, you guys won anyways. Just do good.
Where's better?
Score 1-0. Welcome to Knockout Legends. Show 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
I'm kind of doing better this game. Oh, I need fucking recall, bro.
Okay, sorry, I was kind of zoned out, so I wasn't paying attention.
All good, all good.
Right, yep, coming in left side probably might be good. Yep, just go behind him. Very, very nice. Right, you can see kind of end up instantly on that flank angle where you can kind of catch him out really nicely. We're up picks here, we're winning this fight.
Should I pulse this guy? Fuck
Cool.
it.
I was gonna say no, right, but it's fine.
I think we staggered the shit out of them. I think it was worth it.
Well, the thing is, you probably, because you were at such a man advantage, probably still could have killed them even without it. Oh,
Fuck you, Genji.
unfortunate.
He has
Right.
a diamond border. Or whatever that is.
That
What,
is
what border is that?
that's a plat border.
Oh, okay.
Diamond border is like blue.
Oh shit, those exist? I didn't even know those exist.
Yep.
I think I baited him, right?
Yep.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Imagine your screen turning off mid-fight.
Oh, it happened again?
Oh, that was bad. That's terrible. See ya.
Right. Abilities. Wait on them to get back. Get the health pack. Good job. Okay, winning the fight. Don't need pulse. Right. Just always good to pay attention to that kill feed. Now, coming up like 2 fights left. Probably can hide in a corner there and just look for a pulse when they walk through. Right, or do this. Yep, just oh. Honestly, if you can all just do that from the front line and get away with it, if you're just pulsing it for half a second and or blinking it and pulsing from the front, and then since they're all in a, sorry, I'll talk after this fight. All right, so in that situation, sorry, I started talking in the middle of the fight there. In that situation, we probably want to just go from the front line, and we can just blink in, pulse, and then recall out. Because going on the side flank just becomes risky. Because one, the McCree knew we were there, and two, like, if people catch us, then it's just not going to work out as well. But when they're all grouped up in choke, it's going to be super easy to land that pulse. Down 2. Looking to group up right now. Down 1.
Come at me, Sigma. Come at me, bitches. Come at me. I was trying to distract from my team.
Yep, and he was also on his own until he got back up, so that was good. Good health pack awareness.
Oh no. No, I don't know what to do.
When you're going for those pulses, look for the big clumped up groups of people, right? Because multiple times there are a few people close together, and those are situations where one, it becomes easier to land the pulse because it misses one person, it's the other, and then two, it also gives you the potential to get multiple kills at once. Okay, currently down 1. Even. Okay, pretty much last fight now. Good decision to back out. Unfortunate. Okay, up 1. Close to pulse, so we're keeping an eye out on that. Probably farm hog for pulse. Okay, unfortunate. Yeah, if we just gotta make sure we're trying to land those pulses a bit better. Practice that because I feel like we've missed a couple of those so far, and that's just a really important thing that we gotta make sure that we're landing.
I feel like with Tracers, I'm thinking of a million things. And yeah, it's.
Yep, there are a lot of things to keep track of.
I think they're. Oh no. The reason why I do better after watching like the Kabaji video is because he explains it and it makes it seem so simple, and I just do be like, okay, just do what he does, and I just think less. Maybe I have to be like, what would Kabaji do?
Mm.
Maybe just I'm in love with Kabaji, bro. Kabaji, Kabaji, Kabaji. I don't know. I just like how he plays.
Yeah.
Kenji. Kenji. Uh-oh. I'm
Yeah, the
done.
big thing to just watch when you watch Kabachi is not just like, don't get mesmerized by his perfect mechanics. Think, how does he use his abilities? When does he engage? Which direction does he engage from, right? How does he position himself, right? When we're thinking about all those types of things, then we're going to get a little bit more out of it than just going, ooh, he shoots cool, right? Very, very nice. Okay, watch the abilities.
I recall. I don't even know what the fuck's going on.
Yep, just abilities. Okay, team's winning the fight even though we're dead.
I think the things that Kabaji does are because of his amazing mechanics. Like
Mm,
that's why he does them. Maybe, which I can't replicate, so that's what
uh,
worries me.
mechanics is supported by the decisions that you make. I would say that on top of him having amazing mechanics, he does also understand positioning. He understands how he uses his abilities. If he had terrible ability usage, it doesn't matter how good his mechanics would be, he would not survive at all. I know like Tracer players, I know like what do you call these? Like I know platinum players who have probably like owl level aim. They have top 500 aim, but they just don't understand anything about the rest of the game, and then they end up not being able to apply it because they just end up dying all the time. Aim isn't the only thing that makes a player.
You're right. Hello.
That's why when you, for example, I'll talk about that after this game, after round's done. Right. So that's why. Now you probably haven't experienced this much, but one because you don't play Overwatch as like haven't played Overwatch as frequently as me, but then also because you're not as high of a level. But when I played all the time, you'd go up against hackers once in a while, right? And a lot of the times hackers are low rank players, right? It's like a platinum player, a gold player, diamond player, right? Who just wants a taste of GM, right? So they hack. They have perfect aim, yet they still are pretty trash in every other aspect. So when you come up against a hacker, it's not an instant loss. Most of the time, you have a pretty 50-50 chance, right? I probably say that when I go up against hackers in my ranked games, I'm more likely to lose because my team gives up and goes, oh, they have a hacker, we lost, than because the hacker's actually doing something. Because the hacker has such atrocious ability usage, such atrocious game sense and where to stand on when to engage that we're always able to punish them. They always get caught off guard. So mechanics, like pure mechanics, doesn't make a player. And if Kabaji was all mechanics, no brain, doesn't understand anything else about how to play Tracer, then he would not. I guarantee he wouldn't be able to hang in top 500 consistently, just because that's not how the game works. Now, yes, he does have amazing mechanics, but that's not it, right? So pay attention to the other aspects of his gameplay, because if you can't replicate his mechanics perfectly, then try to replicate his other aspects of his gameplay, because good positioning, good ability usage, good game sense will prop up mechanics and will allow you to get more kills, even if you don't have perfect mechanics. Right, that all
Yeah.
makes sense?
Yes.
Right, so we don't have enough time to get into another game here. Do you have any questions about anything that we've gone over?
Um. So do I get like like a little list of things I have to improve on?
Yeah.
So
Okay. Well, I'll just end the recording here then.